Dmitry Pavlovich, we're rolling. Hello, my name is Dmitry, and welcome to the Deep Laps channel. Today we're going to show you the first test of the titanium kick scooter. I hope the tests go well. Gentlemen, what do we have at this point? Let's start with the front part. At the front, we've installed the brakes and the calipers. For now, we've installed the brake cylinder, but the brakes themselves aren't connected yet because we still need to figure out the routing for the cables, which will run along this arc here. That will be done a bit later. We've also shortened the handlebar for a more comfortable riding position, this shaft right here. We've put the battery in place. The battery, we've added a heater, which is implemented using a 12-volt seat heating kit. Later, we'll connect everything to its own controller so that when the temperature drops below, say, +5 or +7 degrees, it will gradually warm up the battery to prevent degradation of the lithium-ion batteries. It fit very well. Unfortunately, we can't show you because the battery is already riveted in, but it sticks on nicely by itself. It's a thin little heating element. So what's next? We've welded the main tacks. There's still a part left to do. We'll separate everything later and finish all the welding. About the motors, we've shortened their wires. We installed what seems to be 5 AWG, if I remember correctly. Yes, 6 AWG wires, so that the resistance would be lower. Everything is set up for hydraulic crimping. We temporarily installed the controllers. Well, I mean, most likely they'll stay here, but for now, that's how it is. We soldered it on more or less, but everything was done properly, everything's fine. We connected the contactor, hooked up the accelerator pedal, and for now the brake is button operated because the different brakes aren't working, but it should brake more or less. Also, the ignition switch, reverse and forward gears are connected. Everything seems to be working. Now we're going to conduct field tests. Although we'll see if there's enough power, how it drives, what the dynamics are like, and so on. Following your recommendations, we're only using blue electrical tape now. We've realized our mistake and we're fixing it. It's all clear, we got it from the electrician. Here it is, it's everywhere in large quantities. The car is propped up on wooden blocks. Now I'll show you that everything works. This is the ignition. Well, not really ignition. It turns on the contactor. Now we wait a bit. The controllers have initialized. We press the gas. It moves. All right, now into reverse gear. See, reverse is a bit slower. Well, that's it. Now we're going to try testing it outside. It moved. Step on it. Whoa. It's kind of feisty, isn't it? Why does it jerk so really hard? Does it have any pull? Yeah, let me try it. Well, it's kind of like our electric ATV. Their rear end is already unloaded now. But that's okay, I think, because we... Just watch out, remember over there. We'll load it up if that's... Listen, it goes smoothly. See, that's what it is. Well, it's light. Oh, no misfires. Ah! Well, it's pretty decent. It's just really light. By the way, it coasts really well. So what happens is, when I hit the gas, one wheel is off the ground and it starts spinning like crazy because the gas seems to control the power more than the speed. But at the same time, the other wheel spins slowly and moves. It's not like with a diff where it just slips. We need to think this through somehow, otherwise it'll just throw mud everywhere. There's nothing too crazy about it, but this open differential, it's not really open. The other wheel spins too, just slowly, like it has some torque at a certain moment. Yeah, that's it. It goes fast, the police are coming, two are moving, at least this one spins, just throws stuff. And if it gets lifted or drives over something, you could drive over it now, bring it here. Yeah, a stick, right, to show people what it does. Listen, at least you can drive really slowly. The smoothness is actually pretty good. All right, people told us that our pendulum wouldn't bend, that everything would get twisted or something would break off. No, everything works. Well, honestly, we didn't invent anything. A lot of cars are made like this. It's not necessary to have independent suspension everywhere. Back in the day, let's say, it was actually pretty rare anywhere. So technologically, it's easier for us to make a pendulum. I don't even see anything really bending much. It seems to me that the bushings are just doing their job, that's all. That's how it is. Of course, we need to sort out the controller, otherwise the burnout is just insane. But in my opinion, the car is very light. It really picks up speed well. It would be nice to drive into some kind of pit. Yeah, guys, our battery mount is rattling. We made a bit of a mistake with it. We used these kinds of clamps. Well, we'll figure something out, right? Yeah, because we need to attach the battery more securely. That's what's rattling. The center of gravity turned out to be very low, so it's not scary to drift on it. Well, I'll put on a helmet and some protection later. And Kolya, you should try it. I'll put on the protection, but Kolya will be the one to try it. Since we have a professional racer here and we just happen to be passing by. How does it ride? It rides. It's really rough going back here right now. It would be nice to try it on some kind of incline. No, we won't go here. We're in the garden. No, Vanya, next time we really need to have some proper brakes. Yeah, and please bring someone along for much needed support. Hey, look closely. The turn is perfectly fine. Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, as you saw, our titanium kettle has already come to life. It's already moving. There are a few issues. For some reason, one motor is more powerful than the other, and I think that's due to the motor settings. One inverter is even hotter, while the other is almost cold. But we found some software for it, though it's in Chinese. We'll dig into it and figure it out, so that won't be a problem. Also, there's a lot to weld on here for mounting things, and we need to sort out the brakes. Once we get all that done, we'll do a proper test run with the brakes working well and push it harder under tougher conditions. After that, we'll disassemble the frame and start working on the final finishing. That's how it is. Well, it seems like no one got hurt and everything is running. That's actually not bad. For some reason, one of the motors is in reverse, meaning one of the controllers ended up in reverse mode. Because if it wasn't just two controllers, but rather one wheel spinning one way and the other spinning the other way, it would have immediately spun correctly for us. Very strange. We'll check what's going on with their firmware and settings. We'll figure it out. The car drives very smoothly. I liked it. The main thing is that at low throttle, the response is good and it drives quite smoothly. The steering is light. The wheel isn't loaded at all. Well, gentlemen, that's all for now. Subscribe to the channel and leave a like. All the best. I'm off to warm up. I'm freezing here. Oh, dear God. Sorry. And here comes a historic moment. No, actually, it's not a historic moment right now. Dmitry Pavlovich, we're filming. Hello? Ignition. No, this is reverse. Ignition. And so I pressed the gas, and now I turned off the ignition. What's happened? What's happened? Wait. And this one? No, because it is included here. We're starting to issue. Now it's off. Oh, what are you saying? Go ahead. No, come on. Make the first circle. I'm scared. Vanya is young. I am completely sick. And you're healthy. Look, everyone subscribe. Blah, blah, blah.